Hey, this is Danny, your fitness coach. Yes, from Bigger Energy Personal Sports Coaching Services. I'm so excited as always. It's a new day. Wherever you are around the world, you might be in Dubai, you might be in South Africa, you might be in UK. I say welcome. Yes, on day 4, where now is that I'm more passionate about diabetes and insulin. The main objective of these videos is to educate you, or maybe you can share with somebody who need it. Most of the time I'll be sharing with you. Hey Linda, welcome. It's nice to see you. I hope you're good. Today's good. The insulin, when it was founded in 1920 in Toronto, Canada, by Dr. Frederick Bunting and also Charles Best, and I think Dr. John McLeod. So insulin, remember, is not a cure for diabetes. Insulin is a kind of a source to help you to break down the carbs in your body and to make sure that the fats that get into a right place to be used as energy. As you could see today, I'm going to speak with you about manage your insulin better and by being fit and healthy. So I'm more into embarking on working with people who are diabetes, and I have already had a couple of few, and I'm still having clients now. One client I'm working with is young, and we are doing good. He's learning so much about the exercise and the food, because for me, I'm all about education. There's no point of me training clients to be fit, but after I leave, they don't know what to do. So the most important thing is education. I'm a advocate for education, and that's why I make a means of go and study and understand diabetes and exercise. How do they correlate each other? How can I enhance it? How can I make it better for people to understand? As much as you see that today I say we speak about hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia, we spoke about it, is a high blood sugar, while you have hypoglycemia at the same time, which is low sugar. These things, a lot of people, they start having issues without even realizing they are having issues. They only find out later on when they go to see their doctors or being diagnosed, because overweight, it's a symptom, it's a sign of telling you something is wrong, and the minute you're becoming obese, you know that now the real problems start happening. But today we'll be targeting more about men, because the condition of diabetes in men, it can put a lot of life threatening for men. Without a seat, there's nothing gonna go down around the world, we know for sure. Also, women are very important in this subject. Please, today I've tried to tone down my tone on using some of the information or the language I'll be using, because due to media sensitivity, I have to be thoughtful as I break all these things down. I hope what I'm gonna say is not gonna offend you, and then if I say something wrong, remember, every day there's a new research coming in. I did my best as best I can to make sure that I get the proper research. The latest one being researched by Harvard University. I've done RMIT University in Australia. So there's few, Cleveland Clinical Clinic is the one which I normally use. I follow also few doctors who are more into, diabetes. Dr. Jason Fung, as well, is one of the leading expertise in Canada in diabetes, as a nephrologist, working with kidney problems and endocrinologist. So today we highly highlighted the medical journal reports, the stats regarding researching about men and their diabetes, how much it can affect them, because men sometimes, not all men, they do. I just want to not generalize everything, so I get in trouble. Not all men, they get to, be reluctant about their health. And then remember, men, in this case of diabetes, it can change the course of who you are in so many ways, especially the manhood is a very, very sensitive part, that a man knows that your testosterone level goes down, you don't exist, you will lose muscles, you're not going to exist, and you're not going to be able to feel you masculine the way you want. So that's why we recommend, as a man, you need to go and start training and lift weights, so you can preserve those muscles, because the more you lose muscles, the more you might have a testosterone problems, or even the more you might have problem on losing fat. Same as we emphasize on women, to start doing weights is to make sure that they build their muscles, they clean their muscles, because as we age we start having problem. And that's why you see diabetes a lot of time comes at the age of 40, 45, 50. But 45 and 55 it's starting to be more aggressive. But lately we see it on youngsters who are 25, 24, 30, whatever. But this is because of other issues lying in the communities of the fast food and the gadgets we have, and not sleeping enough hours, and not exercising, because we have cars now, everything, you can press a button, can come to you. So I'm just gonna try to squash everything as I speak. I'm not gonna go into detail, but mostly, that's what I say, you could see I'm mentioning some of the things that one by one might be all over the place. But if you're gonna go through all this, remember diabetes, it can affect so much things. Once you have diabetes, remember it's not just only you who's getting affected, around yourself, among yourself, your family, your children, your career, your finance, your neighbors. Remember, you're very, very important to the community and society. You might not see it, but I promise you, you are very, very important to the community and society, the whole world. Your existence signifies something very, very important. So that's why it's very, very important that you need to make sure you take care of yourself. Even if the company loses your skill, it's impacting the company very, very, very much. So imagine if you have children and you're not looking after your health, who's going to pay for their fees? If you have a daughter or you have a son, your daughter, who's going to walk him on the altar, to bring, those things? Are you going to be on his graduation days? That's like the real question we need to ask as men. Are we going to be able to provide our children financially? Because if your health suffers, not just only men who can provide, don't get me wrong, it's not only men who can only provide for the children, or also women, they are there out there who are fending for their children, providing, they are good moms and they're taking care of finance, everything. But I'm speaking today with men specific, not to say I've excluded you as a woman. Why, as a man, you should prevent or get early diabetes treatment, because if it's left untreated, it can create ED, erectile dysfunction. So I'm not going to go too much, these are the issues that I'd say that can take your manhood away. And a lot of time, men, when they start developing, overweight, they start having a big belly. Not everybody have this condition, but I'm just saying some. I emphasize again, so you don't come and try to beat me up and say you said it. So check with your doctor if you're not sure. I told you I'm not a doctor. I'm just advocating education to share with you. I'm not diagnosing anyone here. I'm just teaching you and educating you as a person who wants to study and spend time. I think this information can help you. We need to start taking this seriously, because it's killing our children, it's killing our moms, our dad, our neighbors, our fathers, our moms. We need to make sure that we get into the root of this. As much as you can see, we have speak how diabetic, it can progress into becoming a diabetic coma. Where now you might feel unconscious, and once you reach that peak, you start reaching that peak, you should know sometime you might, some men from nowhere, they might just lose consciousness without knowing even, and later on they find out that they already have diabetes. And other things that in the States, if you look at the insurance, some of the insurance companies, they're refusing to give people insurance due to diabetes. And imagine if now you have children and you need to take care of your health is wrecking. So these are the things, Paul, I think as a person who's doing diabetes, the insurance is very, very important, that diabetes is something we consider and we look into and we take care of it very, very much. As you can see, it can impact your sexual intimacy relationship as well. So it's very, very imperative that you take care of your health seriously, especially exercising and diet. They're very, very important. Tomorrow I'll be speaking about, nutrition and diet, how that it comes and how much it can influence your status of when you're pre-diabetes or diabetes, or you're taking medication. These things I don't say. I spend a lot of time, hours and hours, studying, reading articles, going through, Harvard universities, different universities, medical reports, medical journal. I'm just looking at them, reading them, and trying to break them into a simple way where we can understand them, or I can make them simple for you. Retrograde ejaculation is something that you can experience when you're a man when you have a diabetes. I don't want to go, there's so much details I can put them down, but I know I told you where I am. There's some things I cannot start putting them. I don't want to instill fear to anyone. I just want to share a knowledge so you can start learning and start taking care of yourself. And when to exercise, recommendation is recommended by Harvard University. It should be 2 to 3 times most of the time. If you are in a really critical condition, I would say 2 to 3 times. Don't start too much, and make sure you consult with your doctor if you're not sure where you are with your status. Diabetes, it can be beaten. Or it can be reversed if you know what are you doing or you work with. We have educators in the clinics who work with people to do this kind of things. But what I do, for me, I'm a diabetes fitness training coach. I understand diabetes and training, how to correlate them together, how to bring them together. As much as I study that, I understand what are the complications. Yes, I'm not diagnosing anyone. I have worked with doctors hand in hand to help other people to do that, and still some of the clients I have, I work with them with doctors. I don't do this by myself. I send the report. I ask if can we go ahead with this. The doctor, when he clears me, I keep on implying whatever, and then patients, they keep on getting better and better and better and better and better on this. And other things that I would say that you should be, if you're a diabetes person, you should be able to understand that once your blood level are above 250, you need not to exercise. You need to be with somebody who understand, who can monitor you, who can track you, who can understand what's happening through your body, because you might end up being unconscious, because it's so sensitive to deal with insulin resistance. It's a serious matter, and that's why we need people who can educate, who can make sure they spread the message and help people to understand what are they dealing with. Because honestly, you can't blame doctors. They don't have much time to sit with all of us and break all this down. But thank you, with the passion and the kindness and the love I'm trying to build towards people who I've lost some of my family towards this. I've seen some of my families, arms, legs amputated, and God forbid, because I don't want any of my friends or the people I love around me to go through that stream. As exercise can help. Listen, look, if you look at this, your muscles are the one absorbing the sugar or the insulin, and once if your beta cells, they get too much of insulin, they will not be able to take it and put it in the muscles to be able to use the glucose. And that's why when there's a lot of buildup of glucose in your muscles, your tissues, it's spread all over your body, so it cannot be locked inside the cells. It starts spilling out. Imagine you have a bowl of sugar. You keep on putting sugar, and it keep on spilling out. It's like water. If there's a cup, you have a cup, and you keep on putting water. Even it's full, it's gonna overflow. You have to understand that thing. This is the way how the insulin work in the body. It releases on certain amount to do the job, but if the beta cells are locked, it's not gonna happen. So it have to spill out outside of your body, which means that's why people, they might experiencing itchiness, the itchy eyes, you frequent urination. Even you ate, you feel hungry, you might feel dizzy, kidney problems. And the problem is that with diabetes, once it's so aggressive, it develops other conditions that lead to complications, which can be cholesterol, it can be high blood pressure, it can be stroke, it can be, and once it's reached a serious peak, cardiac arrest are chances more likely it will happen. And this is something I'll personally recommend. That's why it's very important that you start exercising and you start making sure that now you start eating more better. Yesterday I spoke about the simple carbs and the complex carbs. Those two are two different things. If you know you're a person who eating McDonald's on all these fast food, whatever, don't be surprised if you see your belly or whatever, because these are chemicals, this is sugar, and your body find it hard to break down. And if your body cannot find it to break down, it's a problem, because at the same time, remember, you need fiber, and fiber is kind of a carb. And if you take too much, or you can take bad fiber as well, because this sugar, bread and whatever, they're being processed, they're being made, this is growing in, so it's not something that really sometimes you should be consuming a lot of whatever. I avoid bread as much as I can. I do sometimes. I spoke with you yesterday, I said I do, but it's very rare. I keep on doing that because I understand how much it can impact my body. So I hope what I just share with you, it have enlightened you about some stuff, especially as a man. You need to make sure you take care of yourself, because once you start being overweight, the certain around range of motion, I'm talking about the waistline, how much you should be. Normally, I spoke a while ago about the waistline, how much you should be, and what are the chances when you're on this range of you now having complications. So I will be sharing about those things as well for the age population as well, on which age a lot of time you might find challenge of now having symptoms of itself presenting as diabetes. Please, if you know anyone who's struggling, that they don't have to be in Dubai, they don't have to be in, it's something technology allows us to do so much of work or so much of things all over the world. That's why you have Facebook. You can see me. You might be in South Africa, you might be in the States, you might be anywhere. You can see me because that's what technology empower us. And then I can help you. I can share with you information. I can coach you. I can track you. I have online platforms that I use with my clients that they find it very, very useful, and we can track them, and then it's real time. You don't have to move out of the platform. So if you're looking for a coach, somebody can help you to be accountable. You might not be sure how to tackle down your diabetes, or you are overweight, you don't know how. Mostly I prefer working with people who need to lose around 20 kg minimum. Those are my ideal client I work with, because I know what to do with them. Not to say I don't know what to do with other one, but these are the people I think they really, really need my help, because the confidence, the anxiety, the fear, the stress have kicked in, and most of the time they do so many things and wrong things at the same time. And God forbid, because there's help out there, but you need to find the relevant person who can help you, who can build you up. I don't mean about training you to exercise and walk on the street. You need somebody who can really, really watch what are you eating, how do you feel, your stress level. He can motivate you, or she can motivate you. She can be there in your downfall, in your high fall. That's what you're looking for. That's what coach will do. And they will allow you to create a platform or a tool, give you the tools that you can create your own way of solving your problems. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you did enjoy this video. If not, I hope on the next videos you will keep on getting more information. And tomorrow I will be presenting exercise, diet. These are the two things that I will be looking at: the exercise and diet. How can you build up if you're a new beginner, or where can you start in building all this, and then how many times, or what kind of a workouts should you bring in? Because you could see here, I did not go through HIIT or LIS, so it's called low intense steady state, and you have high intense interval training. So this is when I've been educated on it, how to use it more. We use HIIT a lot of time for diabetes patients. We have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. It varies from individual based on their medication and everything. So sorry, I just go back to the point, because I realized I forgot a point here, which I did not mention, but it's fine. I'm just highlighting some of the things. Tomorrow I'll be going more into it. If you look at the studies that, if you scroll down, you can see Australia by Dr. J.A. Howley. He's a metabolic group leading expertise in understanding, because the study that is being done is that when people they start training, you could see there's a chance of now the muscles start absorbing the insulin and then being able to use it, but it takes a while to do this, to reverse this. So you need to be somebody who understands how to train you, and then how can do this. That's why coaches are very important. And sorry I take time, but I wanted to crush this in a short space of time so you can be able to let you go. And please, if you find this video to be useful, or you have informed you, or there's a good knowledge you learn, or 1 or 2, 3 things, share on your wall, let other people get the information too. It's education. It can save somebody's life, because we don't know who it can be for. Even me, I don't know who I'm speaking with now. Maybe it might be for you, maybe not, but I hope I make a difference in your life. This is Daniel, fitness coach from Big Energy Personal Sports Coaching Services. Different bodies, different solutions. You cannot say one size fit all for everybody else. So all the way from Dubai, I love you, and I'll see you soon tomorrow, hopefully. You take care of yourself. Bless your soul. Thank you. Bye.